even get to cross.
What's up, YouTube? Yellow Thunder and Galaxy Stream here, bringing you deck profiles from the ARG Indiana State Championship. Pat, what place did you take?
After Swiss, I was first and made it into top 8.
Awesome. And what deck were you playing?
Paleozoic Frogs.
Of course we are today. So what were some of the highlights of the day?
Highlights of the day were I only lost in top 8. That was the only match I went into game 3. Otherwise, that was pretty much the only thing. That was the pretty big highlight. I played a lot of people that I knew, and I went into time once, and finished my record with X01.
Yeah, that must have been pretty hard playing a lot of your teammates that day. How many did you play?
I played 4.
Oh, that's too bad. Which teammates were they?
I played Christian Toulouse. I played good old Gio Nogo. I played Ian Beeblemore. And then I also played the Yellow Thunder himself in the final round.
Alrighty then. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and dive right into the deck profile and see what you did.
Alright, so I've only been piling the deck for a couple weeks, and I just kind of like the way
That's
they did
sexy
it.
top 8 Matt right there.
Whoever actually drew this out, really, really good job. Just keep it up. Very, very impressive. Randomly, I don't know why you did the Axe of Despair, though. But I like it. So, I mean, this is the really, really simple. I took this straight off of everything I've seen of just 8 frogs. I did opt to do the Max Cs because GDDs were legal. I didn't know what they do, but I saw the board they made, so I was like, okay, Max C's probably huge. Plus, it is a normal summon, so why not? It's the only deck that kind of highlighted that you can actually just normal summon a Max C, and it's a viable play. I only played 2 Desires. My build was only I think it was only like either 40 or 41 cards, so I didn't want to see this a lot. I did want to see it early, but mid to late game, I really didn't want to see it too much. So I figured I would just play 2 of them because I really don't want to get it off more than once in this deck because if you hit too many of your pieces, you're just done. 3 of the MST, 3 of the Book of Moon, and 3 of the Karma Cut. One card that I know was different than some different builds. I did play 2 of the Pot of Greed. I actually really like this. The concept I had was I went 2-2-1 in the others. My thought was I need to get at least 2 Paleozoics in the graveyard as fast as possible, and these guys just kind of did it. Leech with the Frogs and, of course, with Pot of Desires was the combo with that one. It'll put 2 traps in the graveyard, or it's a combo continuer. Morello, just dump one of these 4 in there, or the Breakthrough skill, which you'll see later. And then Pakaya, especially if you see Pakaya with this, it's just an automatic. I'm just going to get 2 different cards and dump in the graveyard. You're just ready to go at that point. So I really like it. Plus being able to search. If anyone knows me, I like to draw cards. I like options, and so this guy kind of really stood out, and I definitely did like him at 2. It definitely worked out a lot better. And then for the non-paleo traps, I just played the 3 strike for the counters. I didn't play warning because of just life points reasons.
Scrub!
Honestly, it really didn't come up. The strike did its job. 3 barriers. Could honestly cut this down to 2. Because if you want to see your paleos, this is, don't get me wrong, a super, super strong card. This is just player preference on sometimes I saw multiple of them, or against decks that really didn't have to do anything. Like I did, my only loss, the only games I lost were to Blue Eyes, and 1, Blue Eyes are just really big, but 2, it's, you call Synchro or Pendulum, or Synchro or Exceed against them, they just sit there with 3,000 beat sticks, and we haven't done anything. So, definitely could be cut down if you really wanted it to. 3 Bay. I just like Reckless Greed. 3 Orgy, aka Waboku. Gotta bring the bitches. And then the 1 Compulse, and then the 1 Breakthrough skill. That's the main deck. We'll go into the extra deck. Can't let Bay be jealous. So you played. I played 2 bluefish, three redfish, standard. Going forward after playing with the deck now for almost 2 months, probably gonna cut this guy down to 1 because once you make him, I mean they don't really try to kill him too often because you really only go into him when you know you can make him. You're not trying to test waters. This guy is the one you go to test waters. This guy is I'm going to win and I'm going to set up the advantage immediately. Of course, you've got 3 toad, 1 crumble, never made him, 1 centauria. I did make this guy quite a bit. If I didn't see compulse, like I played against quite a few metal foes in the last month, and Mithrilium sitting on the board. I'll take the 600 and just bounce it back, so that's nice. 1 phoenix, 1 cat shark, the Downer Magician, and then the F-Zero, and then to round it off, 1 ABC Dragon Buster, just so I've got a card that I don't have to side into for the cherries. And then lastly, like I mentioned, 3 cherries. I played against my teammate who was playing ABCs, and I cherried him twice, and I had the 3rd cherries in hand. I felt, honestly, pretty bad. There's no way he was coming out of that one. 2 Cyclone for just pretty much everything. 1 Twin Twister instead of the 3rd Cyclone to preserve life points, and it does hit multiple cards. 2 board wipes. 2 System Down. 2 Anti-Spell. And then lastly for the mirror match, which I didn't play any of them, was triple Wiretap. This card is amazing in the mirror match. Yeah, that was it. It was overall a really great weekend. It was great to see so many of the team make it into the top cut, and I'll make some changes to the deck and put my own little flair on it. But for the time being, it was pretty more lackluster from what I normally play.
All right, Pat, thanks for sharing your deck with us. As always, check the description for all of our other deck profiles going to be doing it. We've also got Geo, No-Go, we've got Yellow Thunder's ABC, and we've got Lyle's ABC. Lyle was the state champion, so don't forget to go ahead and check out his video. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.
Nice state.
Nice state.